Tiara here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today I am back with another moon soap. I like to do this as a signature seasonal soap. I've been on a roll with them every single season. The last one I did was spring, obviously. It is now summer, so I'm going to be doing a summer moon. The inspiration began with the fragrance that I'm going to be using, and it is called Honeysuckle and Berries, and this is by Virginia Candle Supply Company. I bought this first just to be that summery fragrance that goes into this soap, and from there the berries kind of took over, and I was looking at all my micas and I figured very blackberry, currant, just dark berries in this soap. The second part of the inspiration came from this nurture soap called Nurture Soap Mica, called Blackberry, and I really liked this color in the Blackberry Rose soap that I did, and I thought that would turn out to be like a really nice, pretty, like summer sky, and so it just kind of all went in with this berry theme. So the first part of this moon soap is going to be making the moon embeds in my PVC pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and mix together my oils that have been left at room temperature, my lye solution, and then there's kaolin clay and coconut milk powder in my oils as well. We'll give that a mix up, and then I'll show you some more colors that I'm going to be using in this soap. Alright, that's looking pretty good. That is just mixed together. I'm going to try and keep this as fluid as I can. It's a very light trace. I can see like a little trail that gets left behind on the surface, which means it's all been incorporated. So into this little container here, I have some brand new Cheshire Cat mica from Nurture. It's a very pretty purple with like blue undertones to it. First time using that. This is going to be the accent colors of my moon. I know moons are purple, but use your imagination, right? And then I'm going to be doing the mica drizzle. I've done that in a previous soap, and I've got a berry twist, and I've just mixed that up in some canola oil to drizzle into my batter before I start pouring. So I'm going to start off with separating some of this to be that accent color. Just like that, into the big container. I don't know if, do I want a little more? Maybe just a little bit more. I'm trying not to get a very purple soap, but it'll still look good regardless. Into the big one, I have some titanium dioxide that has been mixed up in water, and so I'll give that a little squeeze in there. I also have this lapis cosmetic glitter. It has a very pretty sheen to it, and this is from Soapbox Micas. So I'm going to add a smidgen of that in there. It creates a nice sheen to it, like a glowing moon. And then we'll start mixing these together and get to pouring. So I've mixed my fragrance in here, and seeing that it looks like it's going to behave very nicely. Smells really good. I get more of the berry than the honeysuckle in there, of course. Where I wanted to just make everything in this soap berry and just forget about the honeysuckle, I don't know. What I'm going to do next is take this purple, little bit of ricing, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to pour just about all of that in there. I'm going to save some of it in case the pour turns out to be, if the pour turns out to be like too concentrated in one area. And then I'm going to give that a little swirl. I'm going to take out my spatula. I'm going to take this mica and oil, kind of pour that up from up high, and again not pouring all of it in there. So then I'm going to start pouring into my PVC embeds. I'm going to start pouring a little bit in there and then go back over to here so that everything is evenly colored, and just kind of go back and forth so it's all evenly distributed. And now that I've reached the semi-bottom of the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and scrape out the rest of that purple, put in the rest of my mica, and continue pouring. Then I'll let it sit for 24 hours and I'll come back and unmold it, and then I'll make the base of the soap that the moons are going to go in with that blackberry mica. And hopefully it looks like a little night sky. So I've mixed in that blackberry mica by Nurtures in there. Isn't it pretty? My new thing lately is playing in mica and oil. But I absolutely love how purple and dark this is going to be. It's going to make a great berry summer sky. And so since this is already mixed in here, because the base is going to be all this color, I'm also going to put the fragrance oil in here and mix that in, because I learned my lesson knowing now that it rises. So let's get started. Let's make the second part of this soap. Rice on me, you will not. Alright, these are my moon embeds. How stinking cute are these? I love these colors. So purpley and pink and marbly looking. I think they're going to make great moons. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in a layer of this. Let that set up so that when I put my embed in there, it doesn't all sink to the bottom. And we want a floating moon. And I'm going to go ahead and spray those with some rubbing alcohol so that everything binds to it a little bit better. Not necessary, but it does help. So we'll wait for that to set up. So for my moon soaps, I like to use this round open tip to do kind of like clouds. That's what I try to achieve on top of these soaps, like cloud piping. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting the dollops all over and build it up until I get it to where I want it. The embeds that I have on here, I typically do stars. So I've got some of those. And then I also have these little berries that I've colored in different shades of that blackberry mica as well. Kind of reminds me of currants, I suppose. I just wanted to keep with the theme, the colors that I'm going with here. So this is a berry moon soap. And it smells really good. The honeysuckle reminds me of my childhood, and I don't know if it's just me, but my childhood summers always smelled like honeysuckles because no matter where we lived, there was always a honeysuckle bush. And I've planted one out front of my house, and it has taken over, and I've recently had to like pull it all down and tame it a little bit. But you know, if you've ever had honeysuckle growing in your yard and you're a kid, it was always like you pull out that little stem part and you get that tiny little drop of honey or nectar and you eat it and you think it's the coolest thing ever. Speaking of summer, we are so busy. I don't know if it's like maybe because we have seasons here on the east side that when summer rolls around there's just so much to do. And like in the winter, no one wants to leave their house or plan anything. So our weekends are usually stacked up, and I just squeezed in another thing to my weekend. And firstly, there's a big crow in my backyard. I put out a whole bunch of bread out there, so he's probably filling up. Anyway, I'm so distracted by my window. So tomorrow I have 2 showers to go to. I have 1 wedding shower to go to and 1 baby shower to go to. Both of them are at the same time. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way to clone myself. I'm also doing the favors, the soap favors for both of those showers. I, of course, will leave some pictures of them at the end of this video because I just think they turned out so well. I'm always open to discussing custom orders. For anyone that is interested, just shoot me an email. So that's my Saturday, 2 showers at the same time. It's going to be fun. And then Saturday, my friend Emma, who I met way back when we used to work at Walgreens. And she has 3 little girls now. Two of them lived in the Philippines for most of their lives. One of them is my goddaughter, so I haven't seen her since she was a brand new baby. I'm excited to see her and their brand new baby sister on Sunday. They've recently moved to New Jersey, and I get to get my little baby fix going on. And then I just had a message from a fellow soap maker that they wanted to meet up because they're going to be in town. So that's going to be a fun surprise. And I'll be sure to tell you guys all about it in a future video. So yeah, I don't think I can possibly squeeze anything else into my weekend. Poor Bradley. He gets to also go to this baby shower, by the way, because all of our friends that we hang out with on weekends, it's who the baby shower is for, my friend Jess. All the husbands are friends, so all the husbands can hang out together while the girls open like cute baby stuff, right? I'm going to be that girl that shows up to the baby showers with the actual baby soap and the baby bath, you know, because it only makes sense as a soap maker for that to be my gift. Now that I have my clouds all there, I am going to go ahead and put on some shimmer. This is Super Sparkle Shimmer from Nurture, and I think it just makes a very pretty cloud top layer. I don't even know how to describe it. It just really does make this really pretty sheen. It just kind of covers every surface. So I'd like to do that first so that it doesn't get all over my embeds. And then I'll start sticking my stars and berries on and go from there. I had a really genius idea, you guys. So we also had a gender reveal for Bradley's brother and his wife. We found out we are going to be aunts and uncles to a nephew. We are going to have a nephew, and it's the first grandchild for Bradley's parents. So that was really exciting. And I came up with this gift that I've been holding on to for a few years since they got married. So if you are able to use this idea, you are more than welcome to. But Bradley was in their wedding and they had to wear orange bow ties and orange pocket squares. And so when the wedding was over, I didn't know what to do with this bright orange bow tie Bradley had to wear and this pocket square. So I held on to it, and I thought when they have kids, I can make something out of it. I thought if I got a hold of a stuffed animal, as soon as they knew the gender of the baby, I could use the bow or the bow tie as a bow tie or a hair bow on a stuffed animal. In this case, I got a rabbit, and since it's a boy, it's going to be a bow tie. And for the pocket square, I'm going to sew it to the hand of the bunny to make it look like a blanket, and I'm also going to have the baby's initials embroidered onto the blanket. So I finally get to put that into use. Holding on to it for probably about 2 years now. You guys can tell I love giving unique handmade gifts, not just soap, but I make bibs and burp cloths and like pacifier holders, blankets. Every time I hear someone's having a baby, I am all about making handmade gifts. So they get soap, they get bibs, anything that I can think of making or have the time to do, I will. Alright, so I'm going to just sprinkle on a little bit more glitter and spray it with the rubbing alcohol, and we'll let it sit and come back in 24 hours to cut it. Alright, we're back and we're gonna cut it, and Bradley's joining us today.
Hello everyone.
Let's see.
Oh, I like it. Can I have a sniff, please? Oh, it's good.
It's honeysuckles and berries.
Very nice and smelly.
I like it. Oh. Usually I do glow in the dark. I didn't do glow in the dark this time. I didn't have any. I'm sorry.
Oh, you ran out?
Oh, look at that. Is that a purple moon or is that a purple moon?
Looks great. I like it.
Cool. So next is the fall. So I'm going to have to start planning for an autumn moon. So if you guys have any suggestions of what you think should go on top of the soap or what colors the moon should be, Let me know.
Let me know.
I love this so much. I love the purple. It kind of doesn't look like the moon to me though. It looks like some planet. Like some other outer space planet would look, but it's the moon, so I like it.
It's Hoth.
I don't think that's purple. It's a made-up planet.
Yeah.
Cool beans. So we are about to start a very busy day, but I thought I had to get this in first. I had to cut it and see what it looks like.
It's beautiful. Love it.
It smells really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. New to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you have a very nice day, and I'll smell you later. See?
I love it.